Hello and welcome to the Anaya's Kitchens channel, where we'll be sharing with you our family recipes and recipes that we have learned traveling around the world. Join us and buen provecho.
For today's dinner, I'm going to prepare salmon and cauliflower steaks in a lime butter sauce with walnuts and capers. The ingredients are 2 steaks of salmon, 1 large cauliflower, about a cup and a half of walnuts, about a cup of apple cider vinegar, limes, butter, oregano, capers, salt, olive oil, and garlic salt. The first step is to get zest 3 limes. Half of the zest will be used for the sauce and half for the cauliflowers. For the cauliflower steaks, remove the excess leaves and make sure that you have a flat base. That will be easier when trying to make the actual steaks. Cut the cauliflower in half. And then about 3/4 to an inch to make it thick enough to stay as a steak, but not so thin because otherwise it will crumble. See, that's how you get your 2 cauliflower steaks. You can try to make smaller steaks with the other pieces. It is very likely that they will crumble. With the oven at 400 degrees. The walnuts in the pan. In the middle rack for about 10-15 minutes. In a large pan, we're gonna melt about half of stick of butter with olive oil, some of the lime zest, the juice of one of the limes, some oregano, and salt. Once the butter has melted, we're going to add the cauliflower, making sure that it gets covered by the liquid. as much as possible. Spin it around to get the oregano. Then we're gonna use a tray, because this will go into the oven. Do the same thing with the other cauliflower steak. Sometimes, depending on the thickness of the steak, you run out of liquid here, so you just add the same ingredients that I mentioned before. As I mentioned, the last steak oftentimes crumbles, but basically you can just put the rest of the cauliflower here, break it in smaller pieces to make sure that the liquid penetrates. So in this case, I'm going to be adding more oil. More oregano. Salt. Lemon juice. And more butter. Just want to make sure that everything gets covered by the mixture. Same time, I'm taking the walnuts out of the oven. Some of them are a little bit burned, but that's okay. Everything on the tray. And we're gonna put it in the oven, still at 400 degrees. Now we're gonna make the sauce. Melting butter again, combined with olive oil. Gonna add more lime zest. Apple cider vinegar. We do this in medium heat. I normally drain half of the liquid in the capers and then put the whole jar with the other half of the liquid. Also add a little bit of oregano. The lime zest, it all depends how much of the citrus flavor you want to have there. Once boiling, I put it in very low heat for an additional 5 to 10 minutes. I put garlic salt on the salmon steaks. In the same pan where I cook the cauliflower, I add more olive oil and I place the salmon steaks. In low to medium heat. We transfer the sauce to a different container. And also we move the steaks to a plate. We get the cauliflower out of the oven. Put it in the plates. And then we pour the sauce on top of both the cauliflower and the salmon steak. If you enjoyed this video, press like, share with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you and buen provecho.